While we welcome the government's announcement of a provisional reopening date for hospitality from the 15th of July, unfortunately the Moor of Rannoch restaurant and rooms will not be in a position to open from that point. Guidance is emerging about the requirements to provide a safe environment for both our guests and our staff. While hygiene requirements, food safety and risk assessments are all things that all hospitality businesses deal with on a daily basis, we would be able to accommodate the changes without too much effort. The Moor of Rannoch restaurant and rooms, however, has 5 bedrooms and we can accommodate up to 10 guests each evening. We also open the restaurant in the evenings to a further 10 guests, giving us a maximum of 20 guests in the restaurant each evening. The implications of social distancing would be easiest if we walk you through the restaurant to explain what the effect would have on the experience that we would be able to offer for you. During the day, Moor of Rannoch is exclusively for the use of our resident guests. In the evening, dinner guests will find the front door is always locked and require to ring the doorbell before one of the staff answers. Upon arrival, staff can hang coats, guests can remove outdoor walking boots or clothes, and there is also access to guest toilet facilities. Before proceeding into one of our 2 small lounges. During the day, residents can make use of these lounges, help themselves to water, fruit and biscuits, play our communal jigsaw, make use of our extensive library, all because we have limited mobile phone, no internet and no TV reception. In the evening, these lounges are used for guests for pre-dinner drinks, many of which wish to approach the bar, sample and see our range of Scottish gins and whiskies, and of course nose some of the bottles. Once guests have chosen from our menus, they then make the way through to one of the 2 dining areas, the first of which can accommodate larger groups and also provides access to the guest accommodation upstairs. The second of our 2 dining rooms, smaller and compact in size, normally accommodates smaller group sizes and provides fantastic stunning views across the countryside and the unique wilderness of Rannoch. At 2-metre social distancing regulations, the Moor of Rannoch would be very different. Unfortunately, we would not be able to accommodate any non-residents. All 5 of our rooms could be occupied and we could provide a maximum of 5 tables within the restaurant. The front door and entrance would still have to be locked. However, with current guidance, signage, hand sanitisation points would be provided. However, a member of staff would still have to answer the front door based on safety and security of the building. Entrance into our porch would not allow for any guest items, coats, jackets, bags or boots to be left, and there would be no access to the public toilet facilities on the ground floor. All residents would be required to use the toilet facilities within their own private room. Within the lounge, there would be no jigsaw and unfortunately no communal seating areas provided. The water and food station that we provide during the day and the cheese station after dinner would not be available. In order to provide a 2-metre social distancing for our guests during dinner, all other furniture would have to be removed. Floor markings are provided in order to socially distance each table. Each room and its residents would be provided and allocated a specific table for use during their stay, and that would be the only lounge area available to them. Within the bar, to enable social distancing, floor markings can be provided. However, it does not allow for any close inspection of any drinks at the bar or approaching the area. We'll come back to the sofas in a second. The first of our dining rooms, as it provides access to the guest accommodation area, our risk assessment has highlighted this as a pinch point. It does not provide a 2-metre safe distance enabled to provide any seating or any tables to be provided within this area. Our second dining area would be able to provide a maximum of 2 tables of 2. Again, social distance markings would allow a 2-metre space between the residents. However, as you can see, it does, however, provide us with a huge problem as to what to do with all the additional furniture and fixings that we have had to remove in order to comply with the 2-metre social distance. At this stage, it would not be viable for the Moor of Rannoch to provide a service based on only having a maximum of 10 guests available for dinner. We would also not be able to provide the level of service or comfort that our guests have come to expect of us. Therefore, under 2-metre social distancing rules, we feel it is not possible for the Moor of Rannoch to open at this stage. If social distancing regulations were to be relaxed to 1 metre, it would allow us to welcome some non-resident guests into the Moor of Rannoch. We would still have the same hygiene facilities available surrounding the front entrance. The guest facilities would be available to non-residents only. Resident guests would still have to use facilities in their own bedrooms. The lounge areas, however, could be set to provide some form of socially distanced lounge area. There would still be no cheese board, no drinks or water station. Guests could access closer to the bar and able to see and choose spirits, drinks and wines. There would still be an issue with some forms of storage. However, with appropriate distancing, we would be able to set some tables for non-residents in the first dining room and socially distanced tables to accommodate all 5 rooms within the main dining room, still providing a fantastic view out over Rannoch Moor. Requirements imposed on us by social distancing are only one of a number of factors we need to consider. We want to be able to provide a welcoming and safe environment to our guests at Moor of Rannoch. However, as a business, it also has to be viable. Any restaurant aims to fill all of its tables every evening. Clearly, under social distancing, that is not possible. However, there are other things to look at. 70% of our guests arrive in Rannoch Station by train. Currently, the Caledonian Sleeper is not running on the West Highland Line. ScotRail are running a reduced service, and the effects of social distancing will also mean a reduction in capacity on their trains. Our local bus service currently is also not operating in the area. Therefore, there are limited travel options to arrive and depart from Rannoch Station. Staffing is another issue of concern for us. At this time last year, we employed 7 staff. In March, we were just ramping up and adding our additional seasonal staff to take us from 4 up to the 7 staff we require to run at full capacity. We only employ 1 chef, 1 housekeeper, 1 waiting staff, myself doing the drinks, and someone in the garden, as well as an office admin assistant and a part-time kitchen porter. Without any of these staff being there, it is hard for us to operate as a team. The increased requirements of an increased cleaning schedule would also mean we require all these staff to be in position. At the moment, it's not just a case of turning the lights on and we're ready to open. We need time to recruit, train staff, and also make sure that the level of business will cover the increased costs of turning the lighting, the heating, the fridges, and all the equipment back on again. We do hope to see you in the Moor of Rannoch in the near future. However, please be aware there are a number of other Scottish hospitality businesses who will be able to open under the current restrictions and provide you with a memorable experience. We would encourage everyone to visit Scotland, travel about and support local Scottish hospitality, and we look forward to seeing you in Rannoch Station as soon as possible.